What's good, everybody? This is Opemiha coming to you again with another video. So I wanted to cover a topic that I see that's continuing to surface, and it is all of the people who look like us that are coming to see that we have indigenous ancestry. We're still getting a pushback that we're actually Africans. So what I wanted to do today is kind of go through so I'm on Family Search, and what I want to do is go through the actual census records so we can see approximately when Africans would have gotten here. So on today's video, we're going to be using slave voyages because I just want to jump on that for a quick second. And then I want to get back to Family Search, and we're going to start with Family Search, and then maybe on the next video we'll tackle Ancestry. All right, so real quick, here's slave voyages. So I just wanted you guys to see here that this keeps changing as far as the amount of the transatlantic slave trade, the amount of people brought here to the United States. So that's my focus. That's where I'm from. That's what I'm covering. So if you look here under the USA column, and I'm gonna blow this up like I normally do so we can get it. All right. So right here in the United States column where my cursor is, as you can see, we don't really have any slaves coming to the United States. It looks until between 1626 and 1650, which is quite a bit, that's quite a bit of time covered when slaves were coming here. Okay, so again, this is 1626 to 1650. So this is after 1619. So let's keep on looking here. So again, between 1651 and 1675, there's 0 slaves. And as you can see, as we go through time here, the bulk of the amount of people that came here in the transatlantic slave trade looks like it's between 1801 and 1825. And then as you can see here, our number is down to 326,000 people who were picked up as slaves and brought to the United States. Okay, so just wanted to show you guys that. That's slave voyages. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump on over to Family Search. All right, so over here in Family Search, what I did was I did my focus on the census. Okay, so just wanted you guys to see over here, I chose census and list. And then over here, I picked the United States of America, and I picked all the states. Okay, so you can do that on your own as well. So again, do this research yourself, get into these census records and see, what you find. All right, here with our dates, I picked every single date, so pre-1700 all the way to 1950 to the present. All right, so let's go ahead and choose the United States Census 1790. That's the first census. And what I'm going to do here is there's a more options button. So in this first column, as you can see, the only information I can choose from is alternate name or sex. Okay, so let's skip that, and we are going to go down to where it says place. So I just want to choose a person's birthplace as being Africa. Okay, so as you can see, as I start to type it in, I get my options down there, and I want the continent. All right, so let's go ahead and search. And this is very, very simple. Like this isn't anything too crazy that you need to do. Let's search it and we get nothing. Okay, so 1790 census, and this is kind of what I figured what would show up. So the 1790 census is not showing anyone's birth being in Africa. Okay, so let's go back. All right. See if we can go back one more, if it's going to make me start all over again. No, okay. So I know the census starts on page 7. So let's go there. And let's get into the 1800 census. All right. Again, I'm going to choose more options. And I'm going to do, so again, we still don't have any race that we can choose. So we're just going to pick the birthplace of Africa. All right. See if anything pulls up for the continent of Africa 1800 census. I doubt it, but we'll I want to show that I'm doing the work here. All right, so no results found for the 1800 census for anyone being born in Africa. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back one more. And let's go ahead and drop back down here again. So everything is still chosen. Like, everything we picked is still chosen. Just want to show you guys that. Okay. So let's go to page 7. And next we're going to jump into the 1810 United States Census and see if we got anything there. So I'm going to choose more options. All right, still alternate name and sex. So first options, but we're going to go down to birth since we can't pick any race. So I'm going to choose Africa. All right, the continent. And let's search. So now we're all the way up into the 1810 census. All right, still nothing there. All right, no results found. All right, so let's go back one more. Scroll down here again. We're going to go back to page 7 because that's where our census records are located. And let's hit 1820. All right, we're going to choose our more options. We still don't have anything other than alternate name and sex still. So we're going to go down to birth. It's a place being Africa. So what I'm doing here is I'm looking for when it shows that someone that was born in Africa is here. All right. Let's choose that. Let's go ahead and search. See what we get. All right. So nothing there. So I'm gonna go back just in case, I did something wrong. Let's go back to the place again. Let's choose Africa, the continent. Let's go down, hit search. Again, no results found. Okay, so we're in the 1820 census. So let's go back. All right, go back one more. Let's go over here to page 7. And let's hit on the 1830 census. See if we can find anyone on any of these census, in the early census as their birthplace being Africa. So again, we can't choose anything but alternate name and sex. So we're going to go with the birthplace of Africa, again, the continent. All right, let's choose that. Hit search. Nope, no results. So we still don't have anything. All right, so let's go back again. So as you can see, we're all the way into, so that was the 1830 census. So here in a second, we're going to be the 1840 census. All right. '40s. All right. So let's see what options we get this time. So we still get alternate name and sex. So I still want to see someone, anyone with the place of Africa being their birthplace. All right, let's search. All right, still no results showing up. Okay. So let's go back. And let's go back one more. All right, so let's go back here to page 7. All right, so now we're getting into the 1850 census. So let's see what we got. More options. Okay, now we have race. Okay, perfect. So now in the 1850 census is when you can choose someone's race. So my choices are white, black, mulatto, colored, Indian, Negro, Mexican, blank, unknown, correct, Chinese, Vietnamese, fourth black, L, yellow, American Indian, Filipino, mulatto, unreadable. So I'm trying to find black Africans. All right, so let's put their birthplace as Africa, and maybe we will find something now that we can choose a race. Okay, so here we go. Perfect. So as you can see here, we're not able to choose someone's birthplace, and you guys can see birthplace is showing up on all these different people's names. So if you have somebody, if you say you're African and you're saying you have that ancestry, all you have to do is what I exactly did. So I got to go to at least 1850 before anyone showing up being born in Africa pulled up, and I chose black. All right. And here we go. So this is how, if you're saying that you're African, your ancestors should show up here. Right? So they should show up here. So you can see some of these people's birth, their actual birth is in the 1700s. And then you can see the name they had. All right, so let's just do one more experiment. Let's choose Negro and search it. Oh, imagine that. We don't have any Negroes born in Africa. That's strange. So let's go back to black and search it. Oh, look at that. All of our people come back. So again, this is family search. So I wanted to start here and see when the first time someone who would be considered quote unquote black is showing up on the census, and also them being born in Africa. As you can see on the census, it shows up. It's there. So it pulled through all the different things. Yeah, it's there. So I don't know if you guys noticed one thing I wanted to point out real quick. So if we go back, we'll go back again. See if it'll let me go all the way back to where we were at. Okay. So if you guys go back to the record search, and then if we go back down to browse all collections. Now you guys remember before we got these things that we can choose from. So we go back to the census list, and then we'll go back to choose our area as the United States. And we'll choose all of the United States. And then we'll go down to and choose all the time frames. Okay. All right. So you could literally, but pay attention. So what you got to pay attention to is each one of these state census has a date, has a year that they're using. Okay. So as you're going through this and you're trying to search your people, just keep in mind, these are all like 1800s. All right. Late 1800s, 1900s, mid 1800s. So you can search your people that way as well. But seeing how we did the federal census, it should cover these time frames, right? So there's Colorado. So again, pay attention to the dates. All right. So you guys are seeing, all these are late 1800s, mid 1800s, 1900s, 1900s, 1800s. So 1800s, in all these states. So let's go back to page 7. And then, of course, the slave schedules are in there as well. You can look through that. But again, a lot of times with these slave schedules, and one thing that I did notice when I looked at the slave schedules on here is anywhere that looks like east of the Mississippi, I'm not really seeing like actual slaves' names. But I did see that west of the Mississippi, it looks like states like Texas, places like that they are showing at least first names on their slave schedules. So, I'm not sure why that is, but if anybody else comes across something different, just leave me a comment, and I'll look into it as well. So again, I would like for you all to, don't believe anything I'm saying. I tried to show you what I'm doing. You do the research. You go in here and search your people because it shows up. I just showed you guys. So once if we would have went to the 1860s, let's just do it real quick. So we did 1850. Let's do 1860 real quick. So let's choose our more options. Let's choose our race. I'm looking for Black Africans because that's what they consider us. The birthplace. Again, we're going to choose the continent of Africa, and then we'll search it. Okay. Boom. Here we go again. So we got people. So again, if you're claiming to have African ancestry, all you got to do is just do the work here and do your genealogy, and the name should pop up. So, this is what it is. So we even got somebody, in North Carolina here, who was born in 1765 in Africa. He shows up on the 1860 census. It looks like he was living in North Carolina at the time. And we got people in Massachusetts, showing up on the 1860 census. So this is going to be the whole United States. All right. So I appreciate everyone taking the time to watch the video. Like I said, next time we will try to tackle the same process on ancestry.com. Peace, everyone. Take care.